As we move around to the back of the Nutri-Placer 2800, here you can see our Hypro hydraulic driven centrifugal pump that we use to supply the product to the coulters. This pump has a capacity of 140 gallons per minute. This will satisfy the needs of our largest demands in a side dress application. The other thing you can see here is our convenient 2-inch fill. It's located right at the back corner of the applicator, so it's easily accessible to any of your nurse equipment, easy to get to, and very convenient to load the applicator, keep it in the field, and keep it running. Now that we've reviewed the 850 and 1,000 gallon Nutri-Placer 2800 chassis, let's move on over and take a look at the 1,300 gallon chassis. As you can see on the 1,300 gallon model, both the chassis and the coulter bar are much more robust and heavy. On the chassis on the 1,300 gallon model, we utilize 4x8 tubing to handle the weight of the larger product tank, 1,300 gallons, and also the heavier coulter bar. Because on the 1,300 gallon model, the coulter bar is either available in a 27.5 foot or 37.5 foot size, so we're going wider. We're going wider, it needs to be more robust and stronger. So the coulter bar on the 1,300 gallon model features heavy wall 4x6 tubing with diagonal bracing. Double rank bar goes out to 37.5 foot. The other thing that the coulter bar on the 1,300 gallon features is an active hydraulic system. With a liquid coulter injection, whether we're using a knife or an injector tube, a liquid coulter doesn't have draft, it has resistance. So what we found as we go wider, in the 1,300 gallon model on a 30-inch spacing would have 15 coulters to side dress 16 rows. As we go out wider, we have more resistance, and so we have to provide some additional hydraulics to hold those coulters in depth at our desired operating depth while we're running through the field. So when we're running the 1,300 gallon 2800 in the field, we'll actually leave our work valve, the hydraulic valve on the tractor that we raise and lower the coulter bar on the 2800, we'll leave it in the detented position to where we have hydraulic flow and pressure available to the coulter bar, both to the raised lower cylinders and to our wing cylinders. Now that oil flows through a pressure reducing relieving valve where we're going to step down the hydraulic pressure from the tractor to about 1,000 psi. So that we're providing 1,000 pounds of hydraulic pressure to our wing fold cylinders and our raised lower cylinder to push this coulter bar down into the ground. We offer gauge wheels on the 1,300 gallon model that we didn't see on the 850 and 1,000 gallon models, because we're going to be putting pressure out here on this wing with hydraulics, and we'll keep this gauge wheel firmly planted on the ground at all times. Now, since it's a pressure reducing relieving system, we're going to be providing pressure to keep it in the ground, but we're also going to be allowing for contour following, because the wings are going to be able to float. We can float 7 degrees down and really unlimited up, because as the wings come up on a terrace, the pressures in this hydraulic cylinder will raise above 1,000 psi when that happens. And so that relieving valve will relieve oil back to the tractor while maintaining 1,000 psi of down pressure on this wing fold cylinder to provide down pressure to keep our coulters at the desired operating depth. Now, as you come down off of that terrace, since we have our hydraulic valve on the tractor in the detented position, we have flow available. There'll be hydraulic flow available to go out to that cylinder to maintain 1,000 psi as that wing follows the ground contour back down. Very important feature on the 1,300 gallon model of the 2800. Active hydraulics to allow your coulters to follow the ground contours while maintaining the proper depth of your coulter, so you're getting your fertilizer in the proper place at all times. The hydraulic system on the 1,300-gallon chassis includes a flow divider, so both of your wings will fold and unfold at the same time. There's also a limit position switch that's located on the left inner wing cylinder that when the coulter bar is unfolding, when that limit switch engages and closes, it will stop, and then a sequence valve then lets your outer wings fold around. So when you put the coulter bar down into work position, the wings will drop just a little bit ahead of the center section. And you can see that the active hydraulic down pressure that's available on the 1,300-gallon chassis will push both the wings and the center section down into the ground. Again, with the coulter bar captured in between the hitch on the tractor and the weight of the chassis and the product in the tank, will hold your coulters at a consistent operating depth. When it's time to raise the coulter bar at the end of the field to make your end row turn, the wings will raise slightly higher above level than what the mainframe is to allow additional clearance for making those end row turns.